Taking a look at how the sausage is made, U.S. Congressman Eric Sorensen heads out for a tour of the Rockford Fire Department Academy Center.
For an hour this afternoon, Congressman Sorensen was led through the process of how recruits are trained in fire and EMS procedures. Some activities include administering CPR, search and rescue, first aid, and much more. Congressman Sorensen says our society needs to show younger people how courageous a career in firefighting or first response can be.
And so coming here today, understanding how I can not only advocate, but how we can spread the word to our community that we need you here. And that as a member of Congress, that I can fight to make sure that there's medical care well beyond your time of service.